Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Eva Lejmanowicz. I represent the legal company Żyglińska and Partners. I'm a legal advisor and tax advisor as well. And I'm happy to tell you something about my and my company cooperation with WH Partners. It all started in Seattle, where I met Olga in 2014, because we both attended EGM. We quickly got in touch with each other. Then in the following years, together with WH Partner, we took part in other meetings, especially we took part in a pilot program, which resulted in the transformation of our organization into Ally Law. That's how I met also James. As the business of both firms grew, we occasionally did joint projects, but the real partnership began over 2 years ago. WH Partners, in connection with the development of the gaming and gambling industry, was looking for a partner who could took after of their Polish and international clients. So James offered me the position of head of WH Partners Polish desk. We were able to work each other during this several years, a couple of time. Now the cooperation is very close. And we share clients, we share business perspective, we share information between each other. It wouldn't happen, this close cooperation between our company and WH Partners in Malta without Ally Law, because after knowing each other for several years, we had an opportunity to meet closer, to have dinner with the WH Partners team, speak, like each other, and then it's always easier to cooperate and to work with people whom you know and like, and it's the key in this particular example. I have to say that we met so many years ago and had the opportunity to speak with each other.
So I'm James Struna, I'm co-managing partner of WH Partners, which is the Ally Law member firm in Malta. And just to continue on what Eva said, we got to know each other through Ally Law, and we clearly communicated very well. That applies to Eva and our other partners here at WH Partners, but also my partners and I and Eva's other partners. So I think there was a very good feeling, and we got the opportunity to do some work together because of the referral system within Ally Law. We consider her to be part of our team. We really appreciate her. She's extremely efficient, diligent, meticulous, provides good advice, and we communicate very well. And frankly, the feeling we have is that we're really partners in this, and it has helped a lot also to exchange ideas, exchange notes on everything from our billing systems to our business development ideas, even outside this joint venture that we have. And I just want to reemphasize once again that I don't think this would have been possible unless we knew each other and had worked together, and that's thanks to Ally Law.
Hi everyone. My name is Ramesh Vaidyanathan. I'm a partner with Advaya Legal Mumbai. I am here to speak about our firm's experience with Ally Law and my own personal experience, having been with the network for nearly 7-8 years now. So for firms like ours, which are looking to attract international work and who are also looking to help Indian companies who are now increasingly expanding outside India, I think a network such as Ally Law looks like the perfect fit. And we've discovered over the years that we've really benefited from the network. But I think one big takeaway for us over the last few years is that it's a lot about what you put into the network, and we've made sure that we're part of every AGM. I don't think we've ever missed a single AGM. We try and be part of every regional meeting, the Asia Pacific regional meeting, and I think and we feel we've benefited immensely. When we look at Ally Law, for our Indian clients, we feel it provides a wonderful alternative to the big law firm, global law firms that they're familiar with, but really cannot afford. Indian companies are extremely cost conscious, as some of you who have worked with Indian companies will know, and would always want an extra bang for their buck. On quality, they feel greatly comforted by the fact that the local law firm is vouching for the quality of the Ally Law network and is also arranging the introduction. So that's a great comfort. In terms of what we do, I would say every client pitch or introductory meet, we try and spend at least 5 to 7 minutes talking about Ally Law. The fact that we are present in so many countries, and I think immediately from being seen as a small or mid-sized Indian firm, our profile is enhanced. I would say disproportionately to a much larger player with connections all over the world, with ability to get people on calls, to get things started and going. I think it really provides heft to your profile when you are otherwise seen as in the local community, probably, or at least within the local law firm club. In the last 2-3 years, our ability to refer work outside India has greatly increased, particularly because we have now greater visibility on the network. We are able to talk freely about other member firms, and I think that's really helping. The other thing we've done is to do client seminars and events in India where we have highlighted the reach and the depth of Ally Law. And I must mention the client seminar we had in India in conjunction with the AGM. We had nearly about 100 clients or potential clients visiting the client seminar, participating in the client seminar, which was great. In terms of visibility, not just for the network, and even for us as a local firm, we benefited. Just to show that we are in the company of such great firms. One important factor, if I may mention, is the need to be visible in between meetings. I think if you're just seen at meetings and then you just disappear for the next year, I think that's not really going to help. And I think that's where the focus should be as we see it. And I think we see great value in the network, but largely because we feel we have to make that investment. I think we've realized that time commitment and every partner within the firm actually buying into the network philosophy is also critical. And I think that's something that we've tried to do. And not just with partners, I would even say with associates, I think it's critical. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to share in terms of our experience promoting Ally Law within India and to Indian clients. So I hope you found this interesting. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Harvey Koning. I'm with the Varnum Law Firm in Michigan, USA, and I'm really excited to be here today to talk about our firm and how we maximize our participation in Ally Law, specifically how we promote it within the firm and get buy-in so that we get the most out of our membership. If I were to identify the single most important thing that we have done to benefit from our Ally Law membership, that would be encouraging broad participation by people within our firm. When we're able to get together in person, that might mean attending an annual or regional meeting. Otherwise, it might be participating virtually like we're doing this year. It also can involve participating in programs like the Young Leaders Program and other events that have been put on, other meet and greets, to provide an opportunity to interact directly. We think a big part of the magic of being part of Ally Law is getting to know people at the other law firms, building a trust and confidence level. To experience it is really the best way to capture the value of that. Another thing we've done to promote that is share information about Ally Law internally. We do that sometimes by sharing success stories, which we can do at our annual retreat or at special firm meetings, or even by email from time to time. Whatever we can do to share success stories and occasions where we've either been able to refer business out and take care of our clients, or when we've received new business from one of our Ally Law member firms. Another thing we pay a lot of attention to is communicating the value of Ally Law membership. We never want it to be that our attorneys must use Ally Law because we pay dues and because we're a part of the organization. Rather, we really work to communicate the value to them and their clients. That value includes two basic components for us. Perhaps the most important one is the ability to take care of our existing clients. We have clients here in Michigan that are manufacturers and others that have operations throughout North America and around the world. For us to be able to take care of their needs wherever they go around the world and be able to connect them with someone we know and trust is vitally important and helps us preserve that client relationship. So we really work with a number of ways to promote Ally Law internally, by promoting it at internal meetings, by internal communications, by making the Ally Law information available one click away on our portal. There's no one secret method for doing that. It's really the cumulative effect of all of those methods. Also informally, we just talk it up internally. We take occasions to share Ally Law success stories one-on-one and in small groups with our partners over lunch and meetings in the hallways. Whatever we can do to talk it up internally helps build confidence in the relationships that we have in Ally Law. I'll also touch on one thing we've done that's important, but is something we don't often discuss as Ally Law member firms, and that's how we share the credit internally for referrals that are received. Early on, we made the decision that Ally Law is a firm-wide investment. The firm pays the dues, the firm bears the cost of sending delegates to participate in meetings and the like. And so we made the decision that when referrals come in, those referrals are going to go to the attorney best suited to do the work, and that attorney doing the work should then receive the billing and origination credit for that project. It's certainly tempting as a delegate to want to keep that for myself. I'm the one that's invested a lot of time in the Ally Law relationship. But again, if it becomes just that thing that Harvey and Fred do, then we're not achieving the full value and not getting full buy-in within our firm. So an important thing we do is share the credit for the business received within the firm. The overall impact of all these activities has been to build a strong sense of buy-in throughout the partners in our firm. We have 175 lawyers, so not everyone is fully aware of what's going on with Ally Law, but dozens and dozens of attorneys have either participated directly or have referred work out or have worked on projects received from Ally Law member firms. And all those touch points create a sense of ownership and identity with the Ally Law network that makes us all very proud to be a part of it. To sum that all up, the two thoughts I would leave with you are to encourage broad participation within your firm so that you have as many touch points as possible with the Ally Law network, and to work hard on communicating the value both to the existing clientele and the value of the referrals received. We have been very grateful and blessed by our involvement in Ally Law over these last 11 years and look forward to the years to come. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Juan Pablo Cardinal from the Ally Law member firm in Argentina, down in Latin America. We are a new law firm in the organization. We have 2 years with one of the pandemic, 2.5, something like that. So it's the first thing we did, and I think it was successful, was to sell internally Ally Law to all the law firms. To sell Ally Law is to not only show that we had other law firms on a global basis, to show the quality of the law firms, the geographic expansion, of course, the work that they work, the way that they work. So it's things like 24 hours answer or just about that. It's important for many lawyers just to evangelize the members of the law firm on what Ally Law is, could be, and the profits that you can take from there. So always talking about the referral side, it was important for them to know and to make work on selling. Exactly, that's the word, the organization. And once you start seeing interaction, they see that what you said was true, that you have a 24-hour answer, that you have a global reach, and if not, you can have someone helping you. So really that was for me at least a key portion of the work with the organization internally. Then one other thing which is important, at least to me, is to keep everybody aware of the existence of Ally Law on a periodic, weekly, bi-weekly, I don't know, but a lot of movements on knowing that there are writing articles, they're doing things, they are having a seminar, they are doing the AGM, you can sing in the AGM, whatever. My point there is, I think it's important for everybody to remember Ally Law, Ally Law, Ally Law. So it will come naturally when they're looking for a lawyer in any jurisdiction, even in those jurisdictions where there is no member firm, but we can, I don't know, ask someone which is nearby, or even ask Wendy or others, little help on that. So that is important and continue to be important. And the last piece I would say is we are trying to set that all the referrals goes through a channel, so that that channel will remember that Ally Law not only is first, but is the one to select. So but not only selling that as a channel that you have to follow and a new process on a law firm, but rather a way to simplify referrals, a way to simplify the way to do business with all the advantages we talked about. So I would say that these three things, at least in the law firm, help a lot for everybody to be aware and to be looking for sending referrals and being involved, even not only in the referral side of the organization, but also in the marketing and everything. Everybody is really involved, so that helps to create the knowledge and the need for using the alliance. That's it. That's my share, and I hope that that will help. Thank you very much.
My name is David Pilato. I'm a partner at Much Ellis in Chicago. We are the Ally Law member firm for Illinois. Marty O'Hara and I are Much's delegates to Ally Law. To make the most of our Ally Law membership, we look for opportunities to increase our involvement in Ally Law, and we make those experiences shareable with our colleagues at Much. Increasing our involvement in Ally Law creates a more meaningful experience for Marty and I, and therefore for Much as well. We prioritize attending all Ally Law meetings and events. This allows us to take advantage of Ally Law content and to learn about opportunities and challenges in the global legal market. We continue to build on existing relationships with other delegates, as well as meet new member firms and their delegates. Marty serves on the executive and has previously served on Ally Law committees. I serve on the finance committee currently. Previous Much delegates have been similarly involved in Ally Law business matters. Much attorneys speak at Ally Law meetings. Both Marty and I have presented or sat on panels, and we involve other Much attorneys in these opportunities as well. We hosted the AGM in 2011 in Chicago. That's 10 years ago already, so it looks like maybe we're due to host another meeting soon. We try to make all these Ally Law experiences shareable with our colleagues. I already mentioned sharing speaking opportunities with other Much attorneys. We also discuss Ally Law matters informally at Much. We share stories about successful Ally Law client referrals and good news about Ally Law itself or about other member firms. We tell our colleagues about all AGM, regional, and other Ally Law meetings, and we share all circulated materials from those meetings with our colleagues. We highlight unique capabilities of other member firms for the purposes of cross-marketing and sharing those unique capabilities within within Much. But we also provide more formal information to our management committee on a periodic basis about Ally Law and our involvement. We share all Ally Law newsletters, blogs, COVID blogs. We circulate these items, and when we do, we specifically call attention to information in those postings that might be relevant to Much or our practice in Illinois. We also make Ally Law part of our onboarding process. So when new partners come on board, they typically circulate around, meet with practice group leadership, firm directors, other folks that would be relevant. And as part of that process, we discuss Ally Law and our involvement. This increased involvement and sharing of information and opportunities really helps us make the most of our Ally Law membership. A recent unique initiative that we found especially useful is the Ally Law Young Leaders Program. We sent one of our rising stars, Ursha McGuine, to the program. Not only did she enjoy the program and the connections that she made, but the information and skill building she took away from the program is something she's going to benefit from as she continues to practice at Much. Ursha also has given several presentations at Much about the Ally Young Leaders Program, both to share her experience with others at the firm, but also to get other young leaders excited about participating in the program in the future. Ursha's close involvement in this Ally Law initiative also makes her a strong advocate for Ally Law within the firm. We find the same for Much attorneys that we brought to Ally meetings to sit on a panel or to make a presentation. It increases a lot of awareness about what Ally Law does for us and what we do for Ally Law, and makes them a really good advocate and cheerleader for Ally Law within the firm. All of these activities have had a strong impact on Much. We've increased awareness of Much within Ally Law. We've increased awareness of Ally Law within Much. We're sharing interesting and helpful content with our attorneys and providing them with opportunities to get involved in Ally Law. This all leads to a stronger firm-wide effort to recognize the opportunities we have to partner up with other member firms, ultimately to deliver the best client experience possible. The number one critical success factor to consider if you're going to implement any of these ideas is to do them consistently. Consistency is the key. Find ways to make these things habit. And also feel free to reach out to me to discuss any challenges or to share any success stories. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Carsten from Melchers, Germany. I would like to give you some input about how you can communicate the benefits and the advantages of Ally Law to your client. We are a mid-sized German law firms, and we are in strong competition with international law firms with offices all around the world. And for us, promoting Ally Law is very important and a very important and strong marketing tool, because Ally members stand in for offices in other countries. We have a lot of so-called hidden champions in the south of Germany. Just to name two, you know perhaps CureVac and BioNTech, two of the developers of the coronavirus vaccines. Unfortunately, they are not clients yet, but we'll see. But they stand for small firms with legal problems all over the world. And as Ally Law members, we can offer cross-border and international legal services around the world. And that is very important for our client, because we notice that international orientated clients do not want to deal with different law firms on their own. Through Ally Law, we can provide a one-stop shopping for them with legal advice with only one contact for the client. And so promotion of Ally Law and its members is promotion of your firm. The most important fact, and at the moment not so easy, meet Ally Law delegates as often you can in person. If you're on a business trip, if you're on a holiday trip, on Ally Law meetings, conferences, meet the other delegates, because it's always easier to ask someone you know personally. And it's an important benefit to your client. If you can say that you know the delegate from Brazil, from France, from California, or from China in person, then your client will be impressed. Introduce young colleagues to the networks. So you secure your position, the position of your law firm in Ally Law and the future of your law firms. For several years, we take an additional young colleague with us to the Ally Law conferences on a rotating basis, and the young colleagues really appreciate that. Inform your colleagues about the female. No, stop. So we could restart with this bullet point. Inform your female colleagues about the Women in Law program. That's a promotion of female lawyers and the strengthening of the network for itself. And one very, very important point, talk to ranking companies such as a Legal 500 about your membership in the Ally Law network. That is a very good reputation for your international mandates. And we notice an increasing interest of these ranking companies in international networks. And so it's a very good point to promote yourself and your law firm. To summarize, all lawyers in your firm should automatically think of LE Law when a cross-border case comes across their desk. And if we are participating in pitches, we always represent or show that LE Law, that we are partner of the LE Law network, and we show that we can handle international projects with our LE Law partners. Most important is talk to your clients about LE Law as often as possible so that they think of LE Law when they have an international legal case. But remember, this is not a sprint, but a marathon. But after a few years, however, you will notice that both inbound and outbound activities will increase significantly. And with these few points I just told you, you can make the most of LE Law membership. Thank you very much for your attention and goodbye.
Hi, I'm Susan Costley, and I am the Director of Marketing at Smith Anderson, and we are Ally Law's North Carolina member firm. I'm so excited to be with you today to tell you a little bit about some things that we've done to successfully promote Ally Law within our firm, and hopefully you can take some of these tips and techniques to your firms as well. First of all, let's start with a few overall best practices that we've learned along the way. One of the most successful things that we did is establish an internal committee right off the bat. Our committee consists of our 2 Ally firm delegates, as well as 2 members of our marketing and business development team. And we get together regularly and have meetings and do everything from high level strategization about what we're going to do with the network that month and that year to the logistical types of things that need to happen too. The second thing we've learned is that you need to really have a robust and routine communication program. The experts do vary on the figure a little, but most of the statistics I've seen come in around people having to see a message 7 times before it will resonate, or they absorb it and understand or remember what you're saying to them. So when you think about something like introducing Ally Law within your firm or keeping it top of mind, you really have to have a steady stream of communications going. A variety of communication strategies is really best. Some people are better visual learners, some people are better auditory learners, and having a little mix of each really helps. You know, sometimes too, it's just depending on the day. Somebody might learn something better one way one day, one way the next, or just resonates for some particular reason at whatever time. But that's why you have to build in kind of a diversity of communications within the firm. And, you know, we all get so many things every day. It's also good to break through the clutter by giving people things in different ways. And so these are some of the overall best practices we've learned. Now I'll get into a few of the very specific strategies that we've employed. And I'm giving you the ones that have been most successful for us. There's 3 of them in no particular order. The first one is about written educational materials. And our best piece that we've done is our annual report. We started this the first full year after we became Ally Law members. And what this is it's a pretty comprehensive summary report about how we did that year at the firm in relation to the goals we set out for our Ally Law membership, and what we did internally to promote membership and how that went. What did we do externally? You know, how were we engaging and making sure that people in the network understand who Smith Anderson is and our delegates and what we're about and some of our firm's best features? We put that in the report too, and then you know, ways that we are thinking about going forward on making that part even stronger. So we built on our intranet site a repository for our Ally Law information. And all you have to do is push on that Ally Law little area there, and you'll be taken to a screen very similar to this. I had to reconfigure it a bit for presentation mode. But basically you can see here, there's a little snippet about the network. And then a lot of those items that I just told you about are featured within the graphic areas, like the fast facts. There's even a member directory. Basically anything that we put out for Ally Law is contained in this section. So we want to make this really easy for people to find our information. We spent a lot of time creating it and, you know, communicating it to the firm, and we don't want anyone to have a hard time finding it. So I highly encourage people to build something on your intranet that people can easily click into for your information about the network. One thing our Ally Law Committee does every year and every meeting actually is review what kinds of internal meetings are coming up. We have a management committee, that's our leaders of the firm. We have partner meetings, there's practice and industry group meetings. I'm sure you all have similar things like this too. And what we do is we ask to be on the agenda for those meetings about once a year. We try to hit all the various different types of interactions that are going on through those meetings, and ask to be on the agenda. We find people are usually really excited about having us ask that, because meeting leaders often are looking for some new and fresh content to present to kind of break things up. And so we've had a very warm reception. And our plan there too, again, is just to go in for a few minutes, say what's new with the network, pass out any new material that we have generated since the last round of meetings we did, and then have that open discussion, Q&A, anything they want to ask us about our membership. And we solicit from them any ideas they have that would make network membership look more successful to them. The most essential thing that we've done on the side is tracking. We track as an internal Ally Law committee every communication that we have, whether internal or external to the firm. And what we like to look for here to know if our communications are being effective is the number of inquiries and the number of communications, just generally the more personal stuff going back and forth, like, do we have a network firm here, or would this be an effective use of the network? And we've noticed our numbers go up every year in that respect. So that's enough for us to really say, okay, our people are really understanding the network and are interacting with us more about it. There's always more work to be done on this light, of course, as with anything, you can always keep going and building the case and do better. But we've been just excited to see our numbers continuously go up every year of those communications, and have been really satisfied with those results. So thank you for letting me speak with you today about these different communications techniques, and I hope you're able to adopt some of them for your own firm.